evening, thank you. I'm going to be giving a presentation on a Halligan bar. I am passing around a picture of what a Halligan bar is. It's attached to an axe, which is actually called a set of irons. And I'll tell you what that is. Imagine it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you're sound asleep in your bed, and the alarms go off. You jump up, you jump in your bunker gear, you run to your truck. The announcement is there is a structural fire at a certain location, so you respond. You show up on scene, you are the rescue crew chief, which means you're going to make entry into the fire without a hand line with you, and you're going to search for victims in surrounding areas, and also look for the fire in case you need to put wet stuff on the hot stuff. So as you go through, you jump, you grab your air pack, get all the air packed out, and you go in the fire, you and your partner. You start a left-handed search pattern, which means you get down low, and you go left, and you follow the wall, wherever it goes, in and out the doors. As you get to a certain room, you start feeling heat. Can't see anything because of the smoke, so you're as low to the ground as possible. It's really hot. As you're making your way, all of a sudden, everything behind you bursts into flames. What are you going to do? What's going to happen? As you jump out of your truck the first time, the first thing that you should do, and every rescue person does in the fire department, is they grab what's called a set of irons. A set of irons is the Halligan bar and an axe. Now, a little bit of brief history on the Halligan bar. It was invented by a New York City deputy fire chief named Hugh Halligan. The Halligan bar ranges from 18 inches to 54 inches. The normal one we carry on trucks is 48 inches. It's a straight, solid piece of metal, steel. On one end, there's a fork. On the other end, there is an L-shaped bracket on top with a flat bracket and a pointy bracket. What this does is it helps you get into any door or anything you need to break. It is one of the multi-purpose tools in the fire department. Hugh Halligan invented it in 1948. So the first one was invented in 1948. He went to his friend, who was a blacksmith, Peter Clark, and they came up with the first prototype. An interesting fact is, even though he was a New York City deputy fire chief, the New York City Fire Department did not purchase any because they didn't want to play favoritism with the tool and make it look bad on the fire department. The first fire department that actually bought the Halligan bar was the Boston Fire Department. That's a little tidbit information. So go back to my story. So now you're in this fire. You have your tools. Solid walls. You're in the interior room. You have no way out. The doorway, you can't go back out that way. What are you going to do? You're going to use your Halligan bar. Several different ways. You can make a hole in the wall with that and the axe, so you can get yourself and your partner out. With it being solid steel, you do not have to worry about it bending or breaking because it's normally fabricated as one complete unit. There's no welds, no different parts. It's usually one, so it's very strong, very good to use. You can do forcible entry with it. Some of the things, forcible entry, so you can use it to pop open a door. If you don't want to pop open the door and there's a deadbolt on it, you can actually use the one end with the, not hammer, but the axe, the flat end of the axe, and you can pop the deadbolts out with it. You can break windows. They're very useful when breaking car windows. You slip the flat end in and you pull up a little bit and the window shatters. And so you can make entry into cars, car windows, or even other windows to be able to get those out. When it's paired with an axe, in the fire department we call it a set of irons. They are the most important tools that a fireman can take with him, because you can go through concrete, you can go through wood, you can go through anything that is put in front of you if you know how to properly use them. Like I was saying, the true Halligan bar is forged, is one solid piece of metal. It's not multiple pieces. The different metals that they're made out of: titanium, beryllium, copper, or stainless steel. Stainless steel is the most common one used in the fire department. I lost where I was. Stainless steel. Normally when you have them in a set of irons, they come with, you have them tied with rings or carrying straps so that you can use them. I'm sorry, I lost that. In conclusion, in the fire department, the most important tool that we use is the Halligan bar. It does save lives, and it can save our own.